Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you how to make Shotcut with a friend that his name is Charles and he doesn't know how to use Shotcut. So,
To promote my channel, I'm
yeah.
just gonna say Nago Games, NOGGOGAMEZ.
So first go to shotcut.org/download. Select your operating system. I have Windows. And then do not get it from the Microsoft Store. Get it from Boss Hub or GitHub. I normally get it from GitHub. I don't know why. And then you can just click Windows Installer, and then you can just download it. We have gigabit Ethernet, so it's already done. And open it.
Okay, now you just press I agree, and then next, and then install.
Okay, now the installer is finished. Now I'll just close it. And you close your browser. And then if you selected desktop shortcut, it'll be there or somewhere on your desktop. Or you can just click the Windows or whatever and search Shotcut. And then enter. And then it loads and stuff. And then boom, yay, it's open. And that's also how to update Shotcut too. So the first thing you want to do is press open file on the top left, and then you select the video you want. And the first thing you want to do is make sure playlist is selected right here, and then the video will pop up here. You want to hold down and drag it here, and then you want to hold down and drag it down here, and then you can just do it like that. And then you want to click and drag this all the way to the beginning. Now, once we've done this, you can click play and see if it plays your video good.
Hello everybody, today.
And if it's like laggy and it's like freezing, or it's just not running very well, you can go into settings, make sure real time and progressive are on, and then go to preview scaling. And if you have a normal 1080p monitor, do 540p. If you have like 1440 or 4K, do 720p. I have a 1080p display, but Charles has a 1440p display, so for me it's 540p, and for Charles it's 720p. And then you want to make sure proxy is checked, and then you wait a little bit, and then this pops up. I recommend clicking yes, but if you have a good computer, just don't turn on proxy because it just wastes your time. And if you have a good, a pretty good graphics card, like a 1060, then you can select that. But I have a pretty good CPU, so I'm going to use my CPU. Because whenever you check this, it uses your graphics card. So if you're doing this on laptop or integrated graphics, make sure this is unchecked. And if you're using your GPU or hardware encoder, go down to Configure Hardware Encoder, and then click it. You just, if you have NVIDIA, you want to make sure H.264 NVENC both times are checked. If you have AMD, I'm pretty sure you want AMF, and I have no idea what QSB is. You can click play, watch through your video, and then if you want to find a certain point in your video, then you can scroll and then use this to zoom in and zoom out. So I'll just zoom out, and then if I say 3 minutes, I just find about there. So if you say I don't want this part from 2:43 to, or you don't want it, and then press S, and then you can go to the end point you don't want and press S again, and then click this one, and then click the delete key on your keyboard, and it's gone. And then you want to drag that in, and if any snap locks for, that's like a hard transition, it just cuts.
You will be die.
It's there, and then there. And if you want smooth, I wanted this transition to be 10 seconds, I could do it there. Or if I wanted a short transition, I could just do it tiny. And then see, that's the transition, and then
You will be die.
and then you see, yep. I have 60 wood. That has to be good enough. And if you want to speed something up, like if from here to here was boring, but it was important, but the audio isn't really important, you can just click properties, and then speed, and then you can get rid of speed and put whatever you want. The maximum is 50. I'll
50 times speed.
Yeah, I'll just do 2 times speed, and then you can click away, it'll freeze a little, and then boom, and then you can just drag this back onto there. And And then if you want the pitch to not be super high, you can just press pitch compensation, and then your voices will be like normal, but you'll be talking super fast.
Basically like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you wanted to add music or another overlay video track, like I did, let's see, like I did right here, where I put that percentage thing that everybody puts up, you can just right click, like there's the video, and then right below it there's some empty space where my mouse is. You right click, and then track operations, and then you can add a video track or an audio track. I'll add an audio track, and then I'll also add a video track. One for like music and one for the effects like this. So to add an effect like this, you just open a file, and then you can select an image or a video, and then boom, it's opened, and then you want to drag it down into here, and then it's a PNG, and then you can make it long or short. And I'll just put it like right here, and it will overlay the image. I'm not that good at it, but it just, see, it overlays the image.
Everybody.
And then if you want to add music, you open your file again, go to your music, just click that, and then go to your playlist, drag it into your playlist, and then drag it onto your audio track, and then put it wherever you want. And then these little lines here are the audio lines, like if you're talking or not, so that's, you can tell if you're like not talking, you can cut that part out. I'm gonna be and then yeah. So yeah, that's how to do Shotcut. And you can add intros and outros, but just make sure you go from order, like if you want at the very beginning to intro, put your intro first, and then you want the video, do your video. You can't, like, if you get this and you drag it back to like add your intro, it messes up the whole thing. You can see the length doesn't change. And if we scroll over here, like, see, look at that big transition. And then yeah, and then I'll explain the player controls now. So this is play, pause, fast forward, and then reverse. It's a bit laggy because my proxy hasn't loaded. And then this is skip to the cuts in video and audio on all your tracks. I'm going to talk about how to save your video. And this won't save it where you can just upload it to YouTube. It saves it so you can edit the project. Like if you're editing a project but you want to take a break or something, you click this save icon at the top, and then it should just open like a file explorer page, and then select where you want to save it. So I have this file for Shotcut projects, and I'll just save it as DF. I'll overwrite DF, and then I'll save it, and then boom. Now for adding text, you can just select the track you want to add text on, and then you press S to split it, and then you press S to split it again, and then you select the part you want text on, click filters, click add or the plus, and you can click video or audio, and then this like asterisk is favorites. So for video, and then I'll just search text, and just do text simple. And then if you want to see your text like in your video, you want to make sure your playhead thing is over the part that you selected for text. And then the default's time code or whatever. And then there's all these like slide in from the left, and then I'll do subscribe, and I'll put it in the middle right here. This is your controls.
Subscribe.
And then let's see, and it slides in from the left, and it's a bit laggy, and slides in from the left. Yeah, so that's filters. Now once you have your video, you know, all edited how you want it, you can at the top click this like CD icon, which is export, and you can click it, and then it'll open a little thing on here or wherever, And then you can just click like YouTube, and then you can also click advanced. I recommend, and this is the frames per second. It defaults to whatever you are recording at, but if you know you're recording at 60 FPS, you can just select whatever you want, but I record at 48. And then the deinterlace or whatever, this is the farther down you go, the better it looks, but the longer it takes to render. So I just recommend selecting good for both of these. For codec, you can just leave that the same. Audio, leave that the same, and other, leave that the same. And then format, YouTube likes MP4s, but if you want a different format, you can select it, but I recommend MP4 wherever it is. Yeah, there. And then you can select hardware encoder if you want to use your graphics card, and you can leave it blank if you don't want to use your graphics card. And then when you're done, you click export file, and then you can name it whatever you want, and then select a file to save it in.
Conquer.
Okay, I named the file, and it'll save as an MP4 because that's what YouTube likes. And you can just click save, and then it'll start exporting. But I'm going to cancel the export, where you can just do stop this job, and then remove to cancel it, or run to resume it. And then that's how to use Shotcut. So just save it, and it should autosave every bit. So in case your computer crashes, you should have an autosave from your latest edit. So yeah, that's how to use Shotcut. Thanks for watching, and bye.